They're disgusting.
They're unhygienic.
They're abhorrent. It's crap.
At 6 o'clock, overflowing trash cans and a lack of hand soap in a Hoover High School bathroom has students frustrated and adults concerned.
Students at a California high school are having to use portable toilets outside instead of the ones inside the building. Why? Well, because of a TikTok challenge inspiring destructive behavior.
The disturbing discovery was found inside Western High School in Davie. Several swastikas were drawn all over the walls inside a bathroom on campus.
Noose was found in a bathroom stall in an Anne Arundel County middle school in a district where several racist incidents have been reported this year.
Message read, "Don't come to school, 2/15/2018, because I'm going to kill everyone at school." That had parents and students upset.
In Henrico, several bathrooms in Glen Ellen High School are now closed due to a spike in vandalism.
Portsmouth mother devastated by a picture of her son that spread across social media.
The picture was taken in a Woodrow Wilson High School bathroom. She's gone to police and the school for answers as to how it was allowed to happen.
But what really is the problem? Why is the problem? Who is the problem? When is the problem? Where is the problem? Who is causing it? Why? Can it be fixed? And if so, how? Let's start by really defining the problem.
So, like, I'm here to ask, like, are there any experiences that you can recall that were just, like, gross or anything just, like, obscenely horrible about school bathrooms that you can remember?
Yeah, in some mostly downstairs bathrooms, blood and, like, brown stuff is smeared on the walls. Um, Very gross. Sometimes the, like, soap isn't there. People piss on the toilet seats or don't flush. There's, like, and sometimes there's never, like, the thing that you put on the seat, so then it keeps it sanitized, so you gotta, like, sit on a girl's toilet seat. It's gross. I don't like it.
The truth is, school bathrooms are failing to meet even the most basic standards of cleanliness and safety. They've become spaces where vaping, smoking, vandalism, and even sexual activity can happen, all while supervision is limited. This isn't just gross. This is a real health and safety concern that affects students every single day. Here's what the facts show. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 10% of U.S. high school students reported using e-cigarettes or vapes in 2023. Even though vaping rates have slightly declined since then, the CDC says e-cigarettes remain the most commonly used tobacco product among teens. A study from the National Institute of Health found that school bathrooms are one of the top places where students are seen vaping. They're private, unsupervised, and easy to hide in, which makes them a hotspot for this kind of behavior. The CDC's Youth Risk Behavior Report for 2023 also found that about 30% of high school students have had sexual intercourse, and only about half used a condom the last time they did. This shows that sexual activity among teens does exist, and when schools don't have a clear health education or proper disposal options, it can lead to things like used condoms being found in the school bathrooms. And when it comes to cleanliness, a 2022 study in BMC Public Health found that schools that improved bathroom cleaning schedules saw major improvements in hygiene and even student attendance. So yes, clean bathrooms actually make schools healthier places overall.
Let's do something basic. Multiple times there's been a lack of open bathrooms. I'm going to say that out loud. Yeah, we have a problem with that at times. But also, the There's multiple instances of bathrooms. The entire bathroom is brown because someone threw up and shit like that on it. There's another time where there's another time in the bathroom where there's like, okay, there's multiple instances that I've experienced of just food being shoved in your nose.
And that prevents them from working.
Yeah, like food in your nose, a bunch of tissues and like napkins or some shit, and sinks clogging them. It's mostly like breakfast and lunch trays being shoved in your nose. Today there's a missing urinal stall, like divider, so like that would be probably weird to pee in.
So like the divider that separates the two urinals was missing.
Yes, it was. I got actually a photo of that if you need it for your documentary. Yeah, from my experience, is mostly food being shoved in urinals or toilets, like clogging them.
Mm-hmm.
Vomit and other brown liquid substances being vomited everywhere on the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely clogged toilets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but most common is food and stuff shoved in the sinks and urinals
Got it.
and toilets.
But why is this happening? There are several reasons this problem keeps happening. First, there's a lack of supervision. Bathrooms aren't private, so staff can't always monitor what goes on inside. Second, many schools have too few custodians or not enough maintenance funding. When cleaning is limited, small messes turn into major hygiene problems fast. Third, there's the behavior factor. Peer pressure, social media, bathroom challenges, and lack of consequences encourage vandalism and disrespect. And finally, it's also about policy. Some schools provide health products like condoms or hygiene supplies, but without disposal bins or education, it leads to improper use and waste. Are there any experiences or just events that you can recall in the school bathrooms that were obscene or just in general bad?
I mean, yeah, there's definitely been instances where there's been toilet paper just stuck up onto the ceiling. I've in fact witnessed it from the stall, just somebody going to the sink, grabbing toilet paper, wetting it, tossing it up there. Every time I worried, please don't let it fall on me. That's disgusting. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if they use toilet water. They're nasty.
So who's really responsible for the school bathroom problem? Everyone has a role. Students need to respect the bathrooms they use every day. Teachers and staff need to supervise hallways and report damage. Administrators and district leaders must make sure bathrooms get the cleaning and funding they need, and parents also play a part by teaching respect for public spaces and reinforcing what's expected at school.
So in the cafeteria bathrooms, no matter what time of day it is, they always smell like weed, and it's a really strong smell.
When and where does it happen? According to the National Institutes of Health, the most common times for vaping and other rule breaking in schools are during passing periods, lunch breaks, and after school. Bathrooms and locker rooms are the top locations because they're out of direct sight, so these problems don't happen everywhere. They happen in predictable, preventable spots.
Last year we couldn't use the forest bathroom for pretty much the whole year. One of the stalls because the toilet on it was cracking half.
This problem may sound small, but it affects everyone. Dirty or vandalized bathrooms spread germs and bacteria, according to the CDC. Vaping and smoking expose students to chemicals and nicotine that can harm brain and lung development. And when students feel unsafe or disgusted using the restroom, it hurts their ability to focus, learn, and feel comfortable at school. The school bathroom problem is really a school climate problem, and that makes it everyone's responsibility to fix.
For me, the bathrooms are just horrible. I barely even go into the bathrooms, but every time I've been in there, they just look rancid. Just grime everywhere. I can just barely use anything. And so I usually just hold it in almost every single day. It really sucks.
So is the cleanliness of the bathroom why you decide not to use them?
Easily, yeah, that's the biggest part.
But can it be fixed? Yes, it can. But it requires teamwork. Short-term solutions include deeper cleanings of every bathroom, increasing supervision in bathroom areas during high-traffic times, enforcing rules about vaping, smoking, and sexual interaction, and creating QR codes or online forms so bathroom problems can be reported anonymously. And some long-term solutions include hiring more custodial staff and properly funding maintenance, improving lighting, fixing stalls, and improving outdated facilities, including health and respect education alongside school rules, and tracking problems and improvements over time. According to public health researchers, the schools that combine good maintenance, fair discipline, and strong education see the biggest long-term improvements.
Two years ago, I would walk into any restroom and at least one person would have a vape. Like, if you walked in there, they'd be like right at the door. Security's right outside as well. None the wiser. But secondly, though, is the amount of trash and just general mess that's in there. You cannot go into any bathroom in the school without there being at least a single piece of trash or at least something destroyed. The urinals are usually clogged with all sorts of stuff, or there is flooding in the toilets or something that you can hear about for like months at a time. It seems like there's no break, and there's no. I don't know why people do it or why they have so little respect for public a restroom. Like everybody uses those, and somehow people find it funny to destroy them and make them inaccessible for like a very small portion of the school, because most of the buildings only have one bathroom in them per, maybe two. But like closing one of those bathrooms is at least like another minute walk to find another one. There's because every single one you go into is usually trash or destroyed or closed or something along those lines. It How do I say this? In no means to curse at all. It's absolute it's insanity. And I'm sorry you have to bleep that out, but that's the best way I can describe it. It is terrible that people have so little respect for the property that they're given. Firstly, it's a problem because I can't even go into the restrooms without having to deal with something or being able to use the bathroom at all. And secondly, that kind of scares me for this future generation who thinks that's okay. It's a lot larger than just a cleaning issue at this point. It's more of a psychological issue or something else, because people seem to find this funny and appropriate somehow. It's absolute insanity. I don't know how people have gone this far from respect and normality somehow.
The goal isn't just cleaner bathrooms, it's safer schools. It's about creating a space every student can use without fear, disgust, or embarrassment. Every student deserves a clean, private, and safe bathroom. No excuses.
Honestly, on a daily basis, I go in there and it's just trash on the floor, urine on the floor. It's very much not a clean place, and it needs to be taken care of immediately.
So what is the school bathroom problem? It's not just dirty floors or bad smells, it's a chain reaction. Bad maintenance leads to messes. Lack of supervision leads to rule breaking, and a lack of respect keeps it going. The only way to fix it is for all of us, students, teachers, staff, and parents, to take responsibility together.
It's insanity.
And it needs to be taken care of immediately.
Grime everywhere. I can just barely use anything. And so I usually just hold it in almost every single day. It really sucks.
Last year we couldn't use the forest bathroom for like pretty much the whole year.
So in the cafeteria bathrooms, no matter what time of day it is, they always smell like weed.
Every time I worried, please don't let it fall on me. That's disgusting.
Yeah, from my experience, is mostly food being shoved in urinals or toilets, like clogging them. Vomit and other brown liquid substances being vomited everywhere on the bathroom.
So mostly downstairs bathrooms, blood and like brown stuff is smeared on the walls.
I walked in and I saw there was a bunch of blood everywhere.
And I heard a conversation between a few girls, and they were talking about how they didn't sit on the toilet seat because it was so gross.
So next time you walk into a school bathroom, ask yourself, am I part of the problem or am I part of the solution? Because fixing the school bathroom problem starts with us.